Okay, well, I got the little QR X350 back on the bench. We're going to do a couple more upgrades. It's very good. I like it a lot. The only thing that I don't like is these motors suck. They're not balanced. They're noisy. I don't like these props. I don't like these cheesy prop caps. They're a weird size. No other prop will fit it, and I just want better motors and this thing to run a lot smoother. I think with really nice motors, this thing will run really smooth. This thing, it does fly great, but I do not like these motors. So, and I don't like these props. So I'm going to do a couple upgrades here. I got these motors here. They have great reviews. They have great specs. And we're going to be using these. And I got the adapters already installed. And I got the blue Loctited the screws. And so I think this you pronounce the name Garat, G-A-R-T-T, but these are supposedly some really good motors. They look like they're made well. They got the Japanese bearings. They're very light. As far as they're a lot bigger. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install my my light cable that I made, and we are going to use some Tali H500 ESCs that I have laying around, because I want to be able to go from, I want to be able to use the lights that it has to be able to go from, actually I'm gonna, because this one here has got blue lights here, I'm gonna make the blue lights the main lights. I'm gonna keep my two lights back here blinking green for the GPS and stuff like that, but then I'm gonna activate these red lights for that, you know, for the battery and for fail-safe and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm going to activate the red lights on the ESC in the back to flash when something's going on, so we can tell what's going on, you know, in the air. And so anyway, it's just a little upgrade I'm going to do. And I also got some white legs for it. We're going to put those on. Anyway, I'm very pleased with it. It works very well. I have another one of these that has bad motors. I'll probably just put these stock motors back on it, you know, on that other one. So anyway, let's see how this modification goes. Like I said, I'm going to use the Tali H500 ESCs. They're exactly the same size. They are a little higher amperage. They're okay. So I finished with some more modifications on the little QR X350. I was originally going to put these motors here in, these Garat or whatever they're called. These things are crap. 2 out of 4 were bad, and these things weren't cheap. But these things are crap. They're glued in down here. These here motors were $25 on eBay, and they're just Phantom 2 motors. So I put these instead because I know they work. I wanted to get fancy. Spent all kinds of time thinking, oh, it had to be the ESC or it had to be the cable, but no, the motors were bad. So anyway, I know it looks pretty crowded in here. This here, of course, we put Tali H500 ESCs in here. This is what we had in there before. These are the original ones. Now, originally this was a roto something or other concepts bird. So it had blue ESCs in the back and green in the front. I did the same thing, but what I did is I used the red ESCs as the warning indicator. So You know how on the power module you have green and red, and then green and red combined makes yellow and all that. But anyway, when you plug this in, I'll show you. Look at it, put the phone down. Plug it in. Okay. When you plug it in, you get these lights, see? So when you're in the air, you see the red lights. Of course, the transmitter's not behind us, behind the transmitter, and so you can see the difference. Of course, we don't have a satellite. Okay, so now the transmitter's bound. But so we got using the Tali lights. Yeah, I may switch it to red to blue, you know, one of these days if I get bored with this. But we'll see. You know, it's kind of cool. Everything is red and green. But it looks pretty crowded in here. We plug our computer in right here to the NASA Assistant and the original USB. In here somewhere is what used to be a USB module. I don't know if you can see it, but this right here is plugged into it, which goes to here, and that of course is our USB. But here what I did is I turned our LSD. I'm tired. See, it's dark now. I started when it was light. I've been working on this fucking thing. We have telemetry. You know, we have the telemetry with the N1 OSD. Of course, we got that hooked up to. Then we got the gimbal here, and we got all that. So hopefully, I'll be able to fly it tomorrow. It sounds like another storm's coming through. Anyway, this is our indicator lights. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyway, this thing's coming along. Tali H500 ESCs. It should last forever. These are ones that I had laying around that some of the top lights were missing, and so I know that you're going to see the lights through the cover, but I didn't care. So we're just gonna use those. Oh man, it works good. It arms good. These motors sound a lot smoother than those original ones do. Those other ones were horrible. So anyway, this is it. I'm gonna put the top back on. Basically, all I did here is just double sticky taped it to the phenolic disc and drilled a hole in the top, and just kind of routed this down here, you know, just to get it away from everything. Oh, but yeah, that's what we did, and it flew great like this. I just hated those props, so I'm gonna put some cool foldable noiseless carbon fiber props in here now. So anyway, I know it looks like a lot of wiring. It is actually. There's a lot of wires, a lot of connections, new connections. But hey, that's what you got to do. It's fun stuff. That's why I call it a hobby, because you can be creative.